All right. Ready to supercharge that savings game? We're diving into those big, exciting goals. You know the ones and how to make them a reality.
We're talking less wishing, hoping, and more like knowing, planning, and actually making it happen.
Yes,
So,
it's about taking control,
yeah,
right? And I think sometimes we forget saving isn't just about like seeing the number grow.
it's more than that.
It is.
Yeah, it's about more than just the numbers.
Right.
It's that feeling you get when you finally get to buy the thing you've been saving for.
Yes. Spread that feeling out over time,
Yeah.
knowing you're building towards something big.
It's that security, knowing that, if something comes up, you've got it handled.
Ooh, financial confidence. It's like that's what
Yeah.
our source called it.
I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah, it's that feeling that you're prepared for whatever life throws at you.
Yes, a sudden expense or, just having the freedom to make choices
Absolutely.
because you're not constantly like, oh my gosh, can I do this? It's like, yeah, I've got this.
It's about having the freedom to live life on your terms.
Okay, I'm here for it. So how do we actually get there?
Mhm.
Because save more money. We hear it all the time.
Yeah,
It can feel so overwhelming.
absolutely. And that's where a plan comes in.
Okay.
One of our sources uses the analogy of building a house.
Okay.
You wouldn't just start building without a blueprint, right?
No way.
So why do that with your financial goals?
So true. I love that. Having the plan,
Yeah.
the blueprint. So are we talking spreadsheets and budgets? Because that's where I start to get lost.
It doesn't have to be that complicated.
Okay, good.
It's more about being intentional, being specific about what you want.
Okay.
Instead of just saying, oh, I want to go on vacation, you say, I want to go to Italy
Okay.
in
Yeah.
October of 2025.
Okay. Suddenly Italy is calling my name. I can see it.
Right.
It's not this abstract thing.
Exactly. It's a real, tangible thing.
It's real.
And that's the power of setting SMART goals.
Okay.
Have you heard of SMART goals?
I feel like I have. Tell me more.
So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound.
Okay. I love it.
It's about taking that excitement, those dreams, and turning them into an actual plan.
Yes. Love it.
And speaking of plans, our source gave this great example. They were talking about saving for a $5,000 down payment on a house,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which feels impossible, right?
Yeah. Where am I going to find $5,000?
Exactly, but they break it down. It's like $208 a month over 2 years.
Okay. That feels a little bit better.
Right.
It's way less intimidating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's about breaking those goals down into manageable steps.
That's okay. I like it. So we've got these goals. We've broken them down.
Yeah,
But actually sticking to it, that's the hard part, right?
it is.
It's like, I am the queen of justifications when I want to dip into those savings.
Uh-huh.
I deserve this latte.
Oh, yeah. We're all human.
Right.
We are. And our brains are kind of working against us in those moments.
What do you mean?
Well, it's all about like instant gratification. Our brains love it. So when we delay that gratification, like we do with saving, it's tough.
Yeah, it feels very delayed. Like, I want that dopamine hit now.
Exactly.
Okay, so willpower clearly isn't enough. What can we do?
Well, one of the sources mentions automating your savings.
Okay.
And I think that's really clever because think about it. You wouldn't wait until the last minute to pay your bills each month.
Right. No, that's what autopay is for.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So treat your savings goals the same way.
Okay.
Set up those automatic transfers, just like your bills, but this time you're paying your future self.
Ooh, paying my future self. I like the sound of that.
Right. It feels less like you're depriving yourself.
It does. And more like an investment.
Exactly.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Exactly. Make it the default, not the afterthought.
Love it.
Oh.
All right. So we've talked about goals, automation, but then there are the tools, the savings tools.
Yeah.
And frankly, it can feel overwhelming. There are so many options.
Yeah.
How do you even know where to begin? Right. Well, a good place to start is to think about your timeline.
Okay.
So if you're looking at something short term, like a vacation or that down payment we talked about,
Yeah.
high yield savings accounts are great.
Okay.
Money market accounts, too.
Okay.
They often have a little bit higher interest.
Oh, so you earn a little more than a regular savings account.
Exactly. Your money is growing a bit faster.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's short term. What about the long game retirement?
Ah, yeah, that's when we often look at investing.
Okay, but that feels like a whole other world.
It is. We could do a whole other deep dive on that.
Okay, noted. More deep dives. But so investing if it's long term.
Generally, yes.
Nika,
Well, compound growth is pretty incredible, but we'll save that for another
at
time.
the time. Teasing it. So we've talked goals, automation, tools. There's one more piece though, right?
Yes.
Tracking.
Yes.
Tracking our progress.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of avoiding those balances sometimes. Ignorance is bliss, right?
I hear you, but I think it's important to reframe tracking.
Okay, so?
It's not about obsessing over numbers. It's more about staying motivated, making sure you're on track.
Yeah. It's like those milestones, those little wins.
Exactly.
Does feel good.
Yes. Imagine you hit that savings goal. You know you're that much closer to booking that trip to Italy.
That's a good feeling.
It is. Keeping that big picture in mind.
And it's not always just about celebrating those wins. It's about being flexible.
100%.
Because life
Yeah.
rarely goes according to plan.
It doesn't, no.
Yeah.
That's where tracking becomes even more valuable.
Okay, how so?
Because it gives you that feedback. So let's say, you have to make a big car repair.
Oh, the worst.
Right. And it kind of throws you off your budget for the month.
Yeah?
You can look and say, okay, where can we adjust? Maybe for the next month or two, we pull back on savings just a little bit. Or maybe there's somewhere else where you can cut back.
Okay.
So you're not derailing the whole plan.
It's not about being perfect. It's just about staying committed.
Exactly.
This has been really eye-opening,
Yeah.
I've got to say, because I sat down thinking about these big financial goals. And now I'm like, okay, maybe I've got this.
That's amazing. I love to hear that. And there's actually one more thing I wanted to touch on.
Okay.
We were talking about aligning your savings with your values.
Yes.
Tell me, where does that resonate with you?
Well, we touched on it earlier, and I kind of want to dive in a little deeper.
Okay.
Because, what if my money could actually not just be growing, but doing good in the world?
Exactly.
That would be pretty amazing.
It's something more and more people are thinking about.
Yeah.
And there are so many ways to do it. Supporting sustainable businesses, or maybe looking at your bank,
Okay. Yeah.
making sure they align with your values.
Interesting.
It's really about putting your money where your heart is.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So listeners, you heard it here. You can dream big and save big and feel fantastic while doing it. A huge thank you to our expert for breaking it all down for us.
My pleasure. It's great being here.
And listeners, keep in mind, financial success, it's a journey, not a destination. And like we said, the most important step you can take, it's the next one. So get out there and start building the financial future of your dreams. We'll see you in the next deep dive.